Hello, I'm Virginia, and these are my dogs Zion and Takoda. And today we thought we would show you an exercise about tandem training or side-by-side training. A lot of us have more than one dog, two or three or four maybe, and sometimes it's really hard to find time to train them all individually. And so sometimes maybe one gets more training than the other, or whoever's more pushy gets a little more training. So sometimes it can be a little more difficult. So one thing you can try and do is there's a lot of exercises you can do with them together. And I'm going to show you a few of those. It takes a little more coordination. Got our bag of treats, and I like to use very small treats so that way we can do a lot of exercises without them getting bored or full. A little caution though, if you have a dog who's real food aggressive, you don't want to do side-by-side training. You want to do training individually until you can work through that. But if you have a dog who's mildly food aggressive, this is an exercise that can help you work on that, of making sure that your dog knows that he's going to get treats, and to be patient and not try and steal it while you're giving it to the other dog. So a couple options, depending on how coordinated you feel, is when you're rewarding both dogs at the same time, you can either have a treat in each hand, or you can try just doing one at a time. Again, it depends on how good your dogs are at staying in place and not mugging the other dog. Staying in place. So I'm just doing some super simple exercises. So come on, guys. I can bring them both in front of me. Yes, I can have them both sit at the same time. They're doing exercises at the same time, and it's a simple exercise like this. It's pretty easy to do. To sit. So if I ask for a sit, I want them to stay in the sit until I change things. Very good. So until I either release them or give them something else to do. And sometimes what they try and do instead is they guess. They like to guess at what's coming next, and they like to try and show me all their tricks, especially because I'm busy talking to you instead of them, so they're getting a little antsy. So again, they're guessing at what's next. So when they break the position that I put them in, I'm just going to put them back again, down. So we can practice verbal commands. If I have treats in my hand, it's a little hard to do a hand signal. So again, depending on what level your dog is, maybe you don't need the treats in your hands. He thought that was a different signal. So if I'm using a hand signal, sit, good, wait, down, very good, down. And then I can get the treat out and give them the treat. Can do the hand signal with the treat in the hand, of course. Sit. Again, see how they're guessing? And you'll see one of them will do another activity and the other one will imitate them. So that can really help you sometimes when you have a dog that's maybe struggling to learn something. Sit. But sometimes it can make things a little bit harder. Yes, good boys. So I'm trying to keep things very simple. Down. Good. So other things we've been practicing are go to your bed. Down. Good. Stay. Go to your bed. Then you can practice stays. Okay, come. And recalls. There's a small space, so it's a little hard to really get a good practice on your recall. If you're outside, it's a little easier. So we can either practice the stay. Again, both doing the same exercise makes it a little easier. Good boys. And then when I'm ready for them to come off, okay, come. Yay! They can come over to me. Good. Good boys. So one little thing we've been trying to do recently, because tricks are hard to do side by side, it's really better to do those one at a time. So one thing we've been trying to practice, and is a lot more challenging, is having one dog stay while I call out the other one for an activity. So I'll try and demonstrate this. Stay. Takoda, stay. Zion. So what I try and do is, even though I'm engaging with Zion, I'm going to keep going back and letting Dakota know he's doing a good job. He's doing a good job with what he's doing. He's working on his stay. So it's a lot harder for you, the human, to try and work on two different activities at the same time. Zion? So if I forget about Dakota over here for too long, he might be likely to break his stay. And I want to make sure I keep going back and rewarding that. Down. All right, go down. Yeah. All right, good luck. Have fun. Have a great day. Stay.